Have you ever felt a little stuck in your career? Like you're on a path that's okay, but it's not exactly lighting you up inside? Well, today we're going to dive into a pretty fascinating system that's all about pinpointing the exact career that brings you more than just a paycheck. We're talking real recognition, real fame, and real wealth.
And I mean, isn't that the truth? This quote just hits home, right? Deep down, I think most of us are craving something more. We want a professional life that feels significant, that actually makes an impact, and yeah, that pays really, really well.
And that something more actually has a name. We're calling it the Triple Crown of Success. This isn't just about being good at your job. Nope. This is about building a name for yourself that really carries weight, having a level of fame that opens doors, and creating the kind of prosperity that gives you lasting security. That's the goal.
So how in the world do we find the map to this Triple Crown? Well, our source material points us toward Vedic Astrology, also known as Jyotish. And hey, forget everything you think you know about those little daily horoscopes in the newspaper. This is a seriously sophisticated, ancient system that looks at your birth chart as a literal, precise blueprint for your life, especially for your professional destiny.
Now, according to this cosmic blueprint, a really amazing career isn't just about one single thing in your chart. Instead, think of it like a dynamic conversation happening between three powerhouse areas. For true success to happen, these three have got to be on the same page, working together in harmony.
So let's break down that conversation. First, you've got the 10th house. That's your public stage. It's your career, your actions, your rank in the world. Then you've got the 11th house. That's where all those actions turn into actual gains, into wealth. But here's the kicker, the first house. That's you, your health, your personality, your stamina to handle it all. Because you can have a killer career and tons of money, but if your first house is weak, you won't even have the energy to enjoy it.
Okay, so we get the structure of success with the houses, but what about the flavor? This is where it gets really personal. We need to figure out which specific planet is coloring your success, what the actual vibe of your professional power is. Let's see how that works.
And here's the crucial thing to remember. Not all success looks or feels the same. Not even close. The planet that's driving your career determines whether you're meant to be a commanding CEO, a brilliant artist, or maybe a groundbreaking engineer. It's all right there in the chart.
Just look at how distinct these paths are. A sun-driven career has this vibe of royalty and authority. You're thinking high-level politics, maybe a CEO. Now compare that to Venus, where the vibe is all about beauty and massive wealth. That's your arts, fashion, entertainment industries. One isn't better than the other. They're just completely different cosmic frequencies of what it means to be successful.
All right, you've got the fundamentals down, but now let's go a little deeper. The source material calls these the secret passages in your cosmic blueprint. These are the more advanced tools that show us a much more nuanced, detailed picture of your ultimate career path.
Okay, first up, the Atmakarika. And trust me, this is an absolute game changer. It's simply the planet that has the highest degree in your chart, but what it represents is huge. It reveals what your soul actually craves to do. This goes way beyond your job title. This is about what you were put on this earth to truly master. It's your secret sauce.
And this right here is the pro tip. This is the key to unlocking that triple crown we talked about. When your public action, your 10th house job, is in perfect alignment with your soul's deepest purpose, your Atmakarika, that is when the magic happens. That's when you're not just working anymore, you're fulfilling your destiny. And trust me, the world can't help but notice.
Then we have another advanced tool called the D10 chart. And I absolutely love the analogy the source uses for this one. Think of your main birth chart as a giant world map, while the D10 is like zooming all the way into the specific GPS coordinates of your office. It's a micro lens that gives us incredible detail about your career.
And for those of you who want to get a little more technical, the source points to what it calls 3 fame pillars. You've got the sun, which is your natural light in the world. Then there's the career king, that's the planet ruling your 10th house. And finally, the Aruda Lagna. The easiest way to think of this is your public brand. It's not necessarily who you are, but it's how the world perceives you. When these 3 are strong, public recognition is way more likely.
Okay, so we've got the blueprint, we know the key players, we've even found some secret passages. But what do you actually do with all this information? This is where we get practical. We're going to talk about timing, remedies, and the ultimate goal behind all of this, your dharma.
So first, let's talk timing, because it is everything. You could have the chart of a billionaire, but if you're not in the right planetary period or Mahadasha, that potential might just lie dormant. Think of them as different chapters of your life. A Sun or Jupiter period? That often brings expansion and recognition. A Rahu period? Whoa, that can bring that wild, sudden, overnight viral fame. And a Saturn period? That's the slow, steady grind that builds an empire designed to last.
Now, what happens if you've identified your planet of power, but it just feels weak? You know that feeling, right? Where you're putting in all this effort but getting nowhere? The source describes it perfectly as running underwater. This is where astrological remedies come into play. They're designed to act like a catalyst, to strengthen that planet's energy and turn a year of stagnation into your breakthrough year.
So for example, say you want to boost your name and authority. You need to strengthen your sun. The source suggests some simple, beautiful remedies, like offering water to the sun at sunrise or chanting a specific hymn on Sundays. But it also points to something deeper, practicing integrity. Just by keeping your word, you build your own inner authority, which then naturally reflects out onto the world.
And what about prosperity? If you want to strengthen Jupiter, the planet of growth and wisdom, you could donate yellow items on a Thursday. For Venus, the planet of luxury and wealth, the remedy can be as simple as keeping your personal space clean and fragrant. See how practical these can be? And for both, there are specific chants, like the Sri Suktam, that are designed to tune you into that frequency of abundance.
Of course, in our digital age, a lot of people are after that viral fame. In Vedic astrology, that's the territory of the shadow planet Rahu. Now, to work with this powerful, kind of unpredictable energy, the source suggests things like feeding birds or donating blue clothing on Saturdays. There are even specific seed mantras like the Rahu Bij mantra to help you align with this powerful force.
So when you boil it all down, analyzing houses, understanding planets, even doing these remedies, what's the point of it all? It all points to one thing: finding your dharma. This is your unique purpose. It's your correct place in the whole cosmic puzzle. And when you align your career with your dharma, the struggle just ends. You finally stop swimming against the current and you start flowing with it.
And I really want to be crystal clear about something here. This system isn't about fatalism. It's not about being told what's going to happen to you. Far from it. As the source really emphasizes, it's all about efficiency. It's about working smarter, not harder, by aligning your efforts with your natural, God-given talents.
This is really the ultimate promise of this ancient system, and it's such a powerful and inspiring way to look at it. When you find and truly live your dharma, your purpose, then prosperity, symbolized by the goddess Lakshmi, and victory, known as Vijaya, are said to inevitably follow. They have to.
And that leaves us with one final thought. A question to really let sink in as you think about your own journey. Why spend 20 years swimming against the current? It's a challenge, really. It challenges us all to consider if there's a more aligned, a more efficient, and ultimately a much more fulfilling path just waiting for us in our own cosmic blueprint.